Year 1. Today we're going to do some science. Now, do you think you know what our lesson's going to be on today? That's right, we're learning all about polar bears. Now, I'm really excited for today's lesson because I love all animals, but I especially love polar bears. But I couldn't do this lesson on my own, so I've brought in a special friend to help me. And this is my friend, Penny, the polar bear. Now, Penny's going to be here today to help answer any of our questions, as she knows all about being a polar bear. She's going to sit up here. She did say though she's feeling a little bit nervous, so she said could I ask her the questions and then she'll whisper the answers to me. And I said that was okay, even though I know you're all going to look after Penny today. So, our learning objective is to identify the characteristics of a polar bear. Now, characteristics is a big word, but it just means thinking about what polar bears have that helps them to live where they live. So, it might be their fur, or their nose, or their paws. So have a little think about what do you think polar bears need to keep them safe and warm where they live. So I'm going to give you a clue for the first one. So have a think, what question could we ask Penny? So Penny, we would like to know, why do you have such big paws? So Penny said that polar bears have really big paws because they act as snowshoes. So just like when we go out in the snow or the ice, we have to put on our boots to keep us safe so we don't fall over. That's the same for Penny. And they also help them to grip onto the ice. Now have a look at this picture. Can you see how big a polar bear's paw is? So this hand here is about the same size as my hand. So you can see just how big their paws are. Much bigger than Penny's, aren't they? I'm sure they're much bigger than your dogs or your cats. Now, what else do you spot on the paws? That's right, they've got these. Does anybody know what they're called? They are called pads. So why do you have those pads, Penny? She said that they are also for helping them to grip onto the snow and the ice. So polar bears like to go onto the ice to find food to eat, so their paw pads help them to grip on. And also, what else do you spot on the paws here? They have claws. So their claws, again, help them with gripping on the ice and also helps them to catch their prey. So when they're looking for something to eat, they can grip on and take it with them to eat. So that's what their paws do. Right, let's have a look at the next thing then. So what do you think we could ask Penny this time? Have a look at the picture. There's a clue for you. What do you think we might ask? So Penny, we would like to know, what does your nose do and how does it help you to live in the snow and the cold weather? So Penny said that her nose is really clever because it can help her to detect smells from really far away. And it's often said that they smell before they see. So when Penny's out searching for food, she can smell it before she can see it. It helps her to find things to eat. So their noses are very clever. Right, have a look at the next clue. What question could we ask this time? So we've already talked about the nose. What else can you see on there? That's right, your ears. So Penny, could you tell us what your ears do? So Penny said that actually a polar bear's ears are very small, which is funny really because polar bears are so big you would think their ears are big too, but they're not. Their ears are almost as powerful as humans. And their ears are actually really small, and the reason they're small is to help them not get too much water in it. So because polar bears like to go in and out of the water to find their food, the water goes in a bit like when we go swimming, but if they're smaller, too much can't get in because otherwise it would freeze and it would make their ears really sore. So that's why their ears are small. And they're also small because polar bears like to keep warm where they live. So if their ears were big, they would let out lots of their body heat. So they're small to keep all their body heat inside of them, to keep them nice and warm. Right, next clue. What do you think we could ask Penny this time? Have a think. What might we ask her? So, Penny, I'm going to bring you down for this one. We would like to know, Penny, why do you have white fur all over you? And what is this called underneath your tummy? So Penny said that she has white fur all over her, and I bet you all know why. That's right, it's to keep her camouflage, so when she's out in the snow trying to find food to eat, she can hide so that the other things that she's looking for don't spot her. So she blends in with the snow. And underneath her tummy, she has something called blubber, and that's a bit like fat, and it keeps her nice and warm. So because it's very chilly in the snow and the ice, her blubber and her thick fur keep her nice and warm. Well, I think we need to say a big thank you to Penny for all of her help today, because without her, we wouldn't know about polar bears. So thank you, Penny. Now, you have a task to do today. So the first thing I'd like you to do is you can go back and have a look on the website and see the PowerPoint. It's everything I've just gone through, but if I went a little bit fast for you, you can go back and have a look. And at the very end, there's a special video for you to watch, and that shows you all about polar bears. You can watch some real life polar bears like Penny in the wild. Now, your task today is to do this. So you've got this on the website, and you can have a go at labelling. So you've got the different things. You're going to say what the feature is, and then you're going to tell us what it does. So here you've got this sheet. So you're going to make sure you write the correct one to match each sentence, and then you can cut and stick them to the picture. If you'd like a challenge though, and we do like to see you having a challenge, you could try this one. So it's exactly the same, but this time you're going to write the sentences yourself. So for example, this one here is pointing to the ears. You would write ears at the top and then tell us what a polar bear's ears do for them. And it would be really nice to see some of you have a go at that challenge today. But before we go, Penny and I have a special message for you. Now, we know that polar bears are really powerful and they can be dangerous, but they're also really beautiful. So because of all the changes in the world, the sea ice is starting to disappear, and polar bears rely on this. So it's a bit hard for them to hunt and to keep safe. So they need their ice and their snow. And the biggest problem for polar bears is climate change, and humans can do something to help them. So we would like to see if you could try to do some of these things too at home to keep our polar bears nice and safe, and to make sure that these beautiful creatures can keep living in the wild. So some of the things we would like you to try at home: could you turn off the taps when you are brushing your teeth, because you don't need them on while you're brushing your teeth? Could you switch off your lights, TV or games consoles when you're not using them? Could you try to travel by bike or foot instead of using the car so much? And finally, could you avoid plastic bags? So this is probably something more for your adults, but perhaps you could remind them to take a reusable bag with them when they go shopping, so that there isn't so much plastic around. And hopefully we can keep these beautiful creatures living where they should be. So, good luck for your science lesson today. Remember to try to challenge yourself, and we're really looking forward to seeing your work. So please email this in to us today, and I will make sure to show Penny your super work today. Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.